Welcome to the Leadership Zone. I'm your host, Sheila Walsh, Leadership Development Specialist, Coach and Researcher. This is about feedback. Okay, so we're in a high culture now of feedback. This idea that we need to take feedback on and we need to adapt. One of the first things I would say is feedback is someone else's opinion. So we need to filter if there is any ulterior motives to that opinion. We presume positive intent. So I always presume that the person is trying to give me the advice for my own well-being and improvement. But I'm also responsible for filtering if they are giving me that feedback from their perspective, which of course it always is from their perspective. If there's anything in that feedback that belongs to them and not to me. So are they deciding that they don't like something about me because they value something else? And is that actually feedback for me, or is that more information for me about them? So feedback has to be filtered for it to be effective. Otherwise, we'll sway with all the feedback and everybody has a different opinion of us and what we should or shouldn't be doing. My trick is to take feedback that's given to me repeatedly. So if I hear something emerge a few times, then I can, from a few different people, then I can say, oh, wait a second, that feedback has a little bit of an echo. That's coming from more than a person. There is something in me initiating this feedback from a number of people. And that's usually when I'm coaching people around feedback, where I start. I start with, what are you commonly hearing? Not what did your one manager say? What are you commonly hearing? And I also then ask, what do you think their request is of you? So when we get feedback, usually somebody's looking for something to be different. And sometimes we forget to ask that. So the question is, what is the common feedback? And what is the ask? What are people requesting of you? So that you can decide how you want to respond to the feedback. So if you've ever had feedback and found yourself defensive, it's likely that you're thinking that the feedback is about who you are as a person instead of about your behavior. Because we can't change who we are as people, but we can definitely change what we do, how we behave in regards to who we are as people. So when we get feedback, it's not about who I am personally, it's about how I am and if that's working for other people. Feedback is usually about the relationship between us and not simply about who I am, although that's often how it's delivered. So I'm going to leave that with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. Do you receive feedback easily, or is it challenging? Thank you for listening to the Leadership Zone. We can continue this conversation over on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is @SheilaWalsh1, or at LinkedIn, you'll find me under Sheila Walsh. To book a free consultation to discuss your leadership needs or the leadership development needs of your organisation, simply visit my website www.sheilawalsh.com and book a free leadership consultation. I look forward to hearing from you.